The object of a verb。今課教 direct and indirect objects 嘅用法。Direct and indirect objects. A transitive verb takes its name from the fact that its action goes across from the verb to a receiver of the action. The receiver of the action is called an object. 賓語係表示動作嘅承受者係邊個，或者係乜嘢部分。有啲英文句子只係含有一個賓語，有啲英文句子含有兩個賓語。間接賓語 indirect objects 同埋直接賓語 direct objects。Transitive verbs can take two kinds of objects, direct objects and indirect objects. Direct objects. A direct object may be a noun, pronoun, phrase, or clause. In order to identify the direct object, take the verb and ask the question, verb what or verb whom? For example, the lovely green crocodile swallowed the unwary swimmer. You should ask the question, swallowed what? And the answer is the unwary swimmer. Therefore, the direct object is the noun swimmer and the words that go with it. The direct object can be a gerund or an infinitive phrase. For example, his son likes repairing cars. I want to write a best-selling novel. The direct object can be a noun clause. For example, Mary Law hates when her mother makes her clean the cat pen. I thought that you were going to pick me up after school. Please explain why you paint the garage pink. Indirect objects. An indirect object may be a noun or a pronoun. The indirect object does not receive the action of the verb. It receives the direct object. The verb is still the clue for identifying the indirect object. The question to ask is verb to or for what or whom. For example, Uncle Scrooge left his nephews all his money. The question you should ask is left to or for whom? And the answer is his nephews. Therefore, the indirect object is the noun nephews and the adjective that goes with it. When a transitive verb has both a direct object and an indirect object, the indirect object will usually come directly after the verb. Here are some examples of indirect object. The woman told the kids a marvelous story. The construction engineer built his daughter a house. You have lain around the house long enough. Get yourself a job. 喺英文句子入面，間接賓語通常喺前面，直接賓語通常喺後面。間接賓語都係用嚟表示人，直接賓語多數用嚟表示物。需要兩個賓語嘅動詞稱為授語動詞 dative verb。呢一種動詞嘅功能係 授人與物。Give a person something. For example, the man gave the boy a book. The boy 係 indirect object， a book 係 direct object， gave 係授予動詞 dative verb。如果喺間接賓語前面加上 to 或者 for 等介詞以構成介詞短語，則可以消去一個賓語，而原來需要兩個賓語嘅授予動詞係變成只要一個賓語嘅動詞。For example, the man gave a book to the boy. The old man told the children an interesting story. 加介詞就變成 The old man told an interesting story to the children. Mary sent me a letter. 加 preposition 嘅介詞會變成 Mary sent a letter to me. I bought my daughter a new dress. 加介詞會變成 I bought a new dress for my daughter. 留意當動詞含有施行因為嘅意思嘅時候，多數會用 for。My mother made me a new shirt. 加介詞會變成 My mother made a new shirt for me. Get me a glass of water. 加介詞會變成 Get a glass of water for me. I ask you a favor. 加介詞變成 I ask a favor of you. 留意如果 ask 請求嘅係抽象名詞所指稱嘅嘢，我哋要用 of。The teacher asked him a question. 加介詞會變成 The teacher asked a question of him. Her mother did not give her it. 加介詞變成 Her mother did not give it to her. 當兩個賓語都係代名詞嘅時候，喺間接賓語面前嘅介詞係可以省去嘅。例如 Her mother did not give it her. I gave the beggar a coin. 加介詞會變成 I gave a coin to the beggar. 但如果直接賓語係代名詞，而間接賓語係名詞嘅時候，就一定要用介詞短語嚟表達。I gave the beggar it 係錯嘅。I gave it to the beggar 先係啱嘅。Transitive verbs can take two kinds of object, direct object and indirect object. Here are some common words that take an indirect object with the to implied. Here are some common verbs that make an indirect object with for implied. Task 1. Complete the sentences by putting the words given in the correct word order after the verbs. I promised to deliver her the parcel. We have already shown the project to Mrs. Chen. We will write John a letter. I can lend her the book. They will immediately send a fax to us. Keep the place for her. They have bought their daughter a new flat. Show his room to him, or show him to his room. You should give your teacher a bunch of flowers. My mom made a huge cake for me. Task 2. Add appropriate preposition to complete the sentences. Task 3. Give the best response to each of the following sentences and questions. My father gave it to me. Will you read it to us? I've bought it to Helen. Please try it. Promise me. Why don't you offer Billy your help? Please, don't tell him. Have you told Peter our secrets? Yes, I told him everything. No, I did not tell him our secrets. Elizabeth made her sister a velvet hat. She also made her grandmother another one. Alan brought his mother a cup of coffee. He brought one for his father too. I'd like to paint you a picture. Please paint one more for my sister. Show your driving license to the policeman. Okay, let me show him my license. Now do the exercise to test yourself. Bye.